gold prices and think, what if? Look ahead and add gold to your retirement accounts now. American Bullion offers an easy gold IRA rollover and is now offering up to a $250 cash bonus with every...
So, there's always so much talk about CO2, and the morons in Washington actually passed a law that outlaws CO2. Look at this lush jungle. This is County Road O in Pierce County, Wisconsin, and I drive this every day on my way to work. Look at this lush, beautiful jungle. None of these plants would be here at all without CO2. And this is some of the most lush vegetation that I have seen perhaps in my lifetime. I mean, normally things grow up pretty good around here because we get a pretty good supply of water. But the feral vegetation, the vines, the trees, the bushes, all of the stuff that nobody's really taking care of is absolutely off the hook this year. And I offer one possible explanation, that perhaps the abundance of CO2 in the atmosphere is causing a jungle-like atmosphere here at latitude 45, roughly, in Wisconsin. Look at this lush vegetation. Oh my goodness. It's a cornucopia of trees and bushes and flowers. Oh goodness. More CO2, the plants love it. And they're making lots and lots of green plant matter. Now in the fall, all of this stuff that isn't harvested for crops is going to fall to the ground and it's going to rot. And all of the little bugs and critters and worms and stuff are going to eat that, and it'll rot, and it'll become nice, rich soil for growing more plants and trees and corn and soybeans and hay and cows and pigs and chickens and sheep and llamas. There's a lot of llama farming going on around here, and elk too. Up by Baldwin, there's some folks raising bison. Real, honest-to-goodness buffalo. I'd like to see a little more of that so that the price of buffalo comes down, because, man, that's tasty. I still like beef, though. Hard to beat beef. As long as they don't use any chemicals to raise it. So, that's my theory. I think, myself, personally, I think more CO2, good CO2. More CO2, good CO2. Yes, nice CO2. Look at the plants. Look at the corn. How much corn would we have if there wasn't enough, or too much maybe, CO2? I don't think we'd have any corn. None of these trees would have leaves on them. There'd be no vegetation at all. Surely, the environmentalists must be intelligent enough to remember back in grade school, the whole plant cycle, you know? Remember? We humans, we mammals, most of the animal life on Earth breathes out oxygen. Breathes in oxygen and breathes out carbon dioxide. The plants, just like God planned it, breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Oh my goodness, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm thinking that what really is happening here is that the environmentalists and whoever else is purporting this gigantic environmental thing, this lie, this incredible lie. What they're really doing is they're breaking the law, because they're messing with my pursuit of happiness for their tiny little goal, which appears to be a non-issue. So I just wanted to share with you all of this lush, gorgeous vegetation that grows here on County Road O in Pierce County, Wisconsin, so that you can see that without CO2, we wouldn't have any of this. This would be a treeless desert. None of these beautiful plants and flowers would be here. And I'd like to ask you to stop messing with my pursuit of happiness. Because I don't think CO2 is bad. I think CO2 makes all these plants pretty. And if you live in a place where there aren't pretty plants, then we got a lot of wide open spaces here in the Midwest. Why don't you come on up and farm? Plant a bunch of plants. Or wherever you are, find a way to plant a bunch of plants. If you want to use up that CO2, if you want to actually do something about CO2, plant some plants. That's what we're doing here in the Midwest. Look at all these things, devouring and sequestering CO2. Thanks for listening. We're coming to the end of our County Road O journey, and I want to once again thank you for listening to my rant about CO2.